Let him cook. Yo, alright, so here we go. We got a peach, mango cheesecake, right? One, and then with a butter cake crust. And then the next one you're about to see coming up is a, peach mango butter cake. And there is a little bit of a difference. Just the cheesecake has a bit more cream cheese and the butter cake has a bit more cake. Yeah, but I see the textural differences and stuff like that. One's a little bit more cake-like, and one's a bit more creamy. But yeah, let's get into how I got it done. Yo, let's get into it. So we start out with some.
Alright, so this part,
cream cheese.
we're gonna get the cream cheese together and get that in the bowl. I'm about to start mixing, right? I heard from a great chef, a cheesecake a day keeps the arm fat away, and I'm good with that shit. That was going to Ramsey, by the way. It wasn't in my serism. Alright, cool. You can watch me struggle with this. Sticking bucket cream cheese for a second. I got a muscle disorder, so I'm weak for a reason. But anyways, let's get into it. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, get this on stirred up for a minute. Get it, it's best to let your cream cheese sit, or you're gonna be struggling a little bit. You need to be more so soft. But I try to put it up for like maybe 30 minutes beforehand and getting everything set up. Still wasn't as soft as I would like, but I would say like go 45 minutes maybe. I just being patient, and I started cooking at like 11, so wasn't really trying wait 2 months longer to start cooking. Desserts like these, they're best in the morning, so they're best baked at night. So then, it's not best to eat in the morning, but like you're gonna be asleep anyway, so you're best to make these type of desserts at night. And then in the morning, you can take some to work or lunch, or have the longer it sits and has time to cool, the better it is what I'm trying to say. And I got this little contraption here to scrape out the stuff in the middle. They shot this video in reverse. That's why it may look a little, that's why the drone was used already, because I made the first one, maybe. And yeah, I just put it on the paper towel. Probably need a holder for that. I put 3 eggs in this. Yeah, story about the egg, story time. So I just to get up there, a shuttle bus that my school has, and I get there, I got all my stuff, but I leave the eggs on the bus, and so I'm like scrambling, like fuck, that's the one thing I need for this whole thing to work, is it needs a lot of. So then I just had to use my friend's my eggs, and then I just let my friend have the ones that I. So that's why it looks like I'm using so little eggs right now. And this is also the second video too, so I used a lot from the John. But yeah, I had my own eggs though. Alright, cool. So once we start to get looking like this, right? Keep mixing, add another egg in. You really want this one to be smooth. Now, where I deviate, right? Now, when I first heard about a butter cake, I never tasted it before, so I didn't know exactly how it was supposed to like be texturally and stuff like that. I just know I like cheesecake, and so I didn't know that when you make it, you put the cream cheese layer um, and the bottom. I add the top, but unbaked. But you're not supposed to add eggs and all that other stuff. I'm just thinking it's a cheesecake with a butter cake crust. And so I went about it with like making it like a cheesecake. But the way they do it in St. Louis and other places in the South, I believe, is they make a cream cheese layer with powdered sugar and like vanilla and some other stuff, but no eggs and stuff. And then you put it on top like a butter cake. And I make my butter cake also a little differently too. I put a lot of butter, yes, and then I put some egg yolks in there for fat. I think, yeah, the difference is that people like powder, yeah. And anyways, I'm just talking in circles. But I put brown sugar in this joint and some powdered sugar. And powdered sugar surprisingly was good for flour. It helps it thicken up a lot. And the texture, it makes the cheesecake, like cream cheese, much more smooth, like versus what we do with flour. And it's not gonna rise on you, so it's not like cake on cake. It's like a gooey layer of cream cheese on top of a blondie or
You got the door?
it's like a soft, fluffy exterior. It's chewy when it's cold, but
Hey Steph, can you put on
more like
YouTube for me? I want to
blondie,
try to see if I can play some
cookie-esque
music.
vibes, like
Thank you.
a cake-esque
Are you still
cookie.
recording?
Like that's the best way I can describe the
D'Angelo.
And then you see me.
I haven't been listening to Neo Soul as much, but when Small Guy passed, that shit been going hard. I ain't gonna lie. Him and Erica Badu been snapping.
I filmed my small one.
Thank you. My bad.
Meatballs and stuff.
I don't know what's gonna come on next. I'll just put them over there.
Thank you. You put the peaches in the freezer?
They should be there.
Thank you.
And then that's a crust that I made from earlier. And the butter cake crust. Yeah, so that's what you just turn over it. This one was the more cheesecake-esque one. This is my favorite one actually. Or whatever, how you want to describe it. It was really good. I like the textural difference from like the graham cracker crust. Graham cracker crust still be hitting. It's really isn't. But this is just something new, something unique. Like it's fire, at least to me, because the texture at the bottom and the top. Now, I did have a friend, her name was Jazzy. She told me that I should do chocolate, and I'm going to try to get that in next. I'm just not the biggest chocolate fan, so that's why I personally didn't do it. But the chocolate was to contrast the vanilla part on the top. Let's get back to it, right? I'm recording this voiceover in parts. So this is the cake mix. And here's how you gonna do this one right here. And yeah, monotone, low energy. I'm working on that. But so I got the 2 boxes of cake mix. I got about 3 eggs in there. And yeah, I'm watching it. I'm learning. I kind of just ripped this recipe and I'm going off. Alright, got the eggs in the joint. That's my boy Steph. And then I got some melted butter in the joint. I would say about 2 sticks of melted butter, 3 eggs, and 2 cartons or 2 boxes of cake mix. Go about it, whip it up a little bit. I don't know if y'all know this, but one of my hands is about swollen, mad swollen right now. I think it's doing this on the bowl. That's simply my muscle. I don't fully know what it is, but I get SCM4A gene. When you probably watching me, what that is. That's partially, and I got some condensed milk in there too. But that's essentially, yeah. That's essentially what it's all about. When I've been out to Peter there, I was listening to Smiley and some more joints right there. I haven't found that I've been happy. Since the diagnosis, it's been hard to find like joy because I am committed to being pain sometimes. I still got the same like inspiration and have an idea planned out how I'm gonna make it, but then when it comes to putting it in work, it's so much fun, but alright, so the wrong part is finally over, and I got the cake batter and stuff, right? Now you gotta trim it short to the pan. I really like the way that this one looks. I like the texture of this one on the pan. But here's what I messed up. I shouldn't have put it directly into the pan. What I ended up doing was I put a lot of the cake mix back in, washed the pan, and then I lined it up with some parchment paper. That is just so it won't be non-stick. But yeah, so it can be easier to clean up for me later, and it will stick to the pan so I can get better clean. Make sure I can get decent cuts and stuff like that. So don't be dumb like me. Make sure to line up your thing the first time so you don't have to redo it. Alright, so then there's the clean one. Here's me lining it up with the parchment paper. Yeah. RIP to my boy Takeoff. That way. Yeah, and then just me trying to spread it. Yes, it took me a minute to get that done. So enjoy. Alright, so let's get into it. Since I was riffing with this recipe, I just went with the ingredients that I had. So here I'm making a peach and mango, I noticed the difference between jelly, jam, all of that. I just don't know the difference. Caramel, whatever, reduction. Yeah, let's call this a peach mango reduction. And yeah, so I got about a bag's worth of each. I think that maybe a pound. I don't know, 2 pounds, a pound of each. I really just ripped it, man. I know you're not supposed to do that with baking, but that's just why I got 2 different results for 2 different making the same thing. So I got that in there. Gonna add some brown sugar. So I got this in reverse. So I know you guys seen me using it earlier, but this is now me making it. You guys can make this whatever order you guys want to, for real. This is just me ringing it, for real. So I think about a cup and a half of sugar I'll put in here, and cup and a half of sugar, and then I don't remember what else I put in here. I think I maybe put some water in here so then it can bubble up. I'm monitoring as long as you guys, so then I can probably make this more a cohesive recipe and see if you guys bought with it. You can probably guesstimate how much sugar I put in there by a cup and a half. My internet geniuses. I'm gonna start calling y'all that if I start having fans. Internet geniuses. So now you about to rerun the cream cheese and stuff like that, but this is for the one of the other cakes too. So this is a bit of a different process. Me struggle for a little bit. You guys can see the progression of my hand too. One hand you can see it's still small. Like both my hands still look small. Earlier in the video when I was telling you about it, one of my hands looked a lot bigger. And so if you guys go for it, yeah, it's the hand. Hold on, let me look. It's the hand with the tattoo on it. So look at I had to check because I don't really be knowing myself all the time. And I'm the one injured. But, yeah, the hand with the tattoo. Just pay attention to when that joint gets swelled up and not. Yeah, now he watched me struggle with the cream cheese again. Yeah. I'm going to come back and talk on something interesting. Yeah, and see, this one wasn't as creamy because I didn't go about it in the right steps. I just added everything together. And I would advise you don't do that because it's not going to come out as creamy as it was before. I simply, well, this was salt in reverse, so it wasn't like I could have gotten lazy. It was just, you live and you learn at this point, you know? I already knew. I just was being lazy, I guess. Yeah, best way I can put it. But here we go with the mixing. Yeah, man, going back into the joint, it's a little bit, a lot to mix, you know. It's a bit separated. And so here is when we get the idea to use this thingamajig and just press out the cream cheese from the whisk. This joint would definitely be better with a stand mixer or like a hand mixer or something because, yo, doing this, man, it's annoying. I ain't gonna lie to you. Alright, so let's get back into this mixing and whipping and niggas the flick of the wrist and you see the work I'm putting in now, man, for real. I'm still whisking that motherfucker, yo. For real. That's why the nigga said a cheesecake a day keeps the doctor away. Somebody said it somewhere. It was first said by Gordon Ramsay, then me. So, listen to this if you want to. Whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. I know I stopped whisking, but yeah. Whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Put that work in, man. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Yeah, man. It's taking me a little minute, but better trying to get this on smooth for real. I said it did it in sections for like the eggs and everything like that, but this is what you get for being lazy for real, for real. Got some brown sugar in there for good molassesy flavor. And for those who don't know, molasses is in brown sugar, and then some powdered sugar for in place of flour. I noticed that it makes it a bit more smoother. Your cheesecakes. And I'm not exactly looking for this to rise. And plus, I forgot to buy flour, and this is all we had. So, it works though. I did it for the recipe last time, and so running it back now.